Technology is obviously a huge part of a successful DEX implementation, but it's not everything. Hi, I'm John Cairns, the Chief Customer Officer at Nexthink, and welcome to the first in a special series about what we call the DEX journey. And that's a journey through the different stages that any organisation or professional inevitably makes on their way to real DEX maturity. And we really wanted to share some insights with you from professionals who've already successfully made this journey themselves. And we're going to start at the very beginning, when you want to improve employee experience, but need to plan the right journey with the right partners and the right sponsors to help make that aim a reality. I did want to say thank you so much for your time. I know that you've been a long-time partner of Nexthink over the years. Maybe you can talk about the process of, how you set goals and also the expectations you had as you went on that journey with DEX and with Nexthink.
Yeah, so here at Vizient, we're restarting a journey with Nexthink. So I'm about 2 years into this role. And it was important when I first got here to really identify who the stakeholders were that would care about digital employee experience, the purpose of digital employee experience. So that to me is foundational. That doesn't change. It's helping employees be productive with the digital tools we give them to use every day in their work life. But really understanding the key stakeholders I needed to identify, listen what was important to them and how DEX could help them in those goals. There's 4 components that I always focus on. And I guess it's like a three-peat. So first, established a department at Express Scripts, and then Cigna, when Cigna purchased them, and then now again at Vizient. And it all first starts with that strategy of how are you going to run your internal operations of your digital employee experience team. So what kind of resources do you need to be successful? How are you going to get content to the organization, collect it from the organization? And once you do, what are you going to do with it once you have the information you need? And then you focus on what information do you need? Well, you need quantitative data. So what type of hard metrics do you currently have or do you need to work at getting around tickets and call data, performance data of your machine, your technology? And then what type of qualitative data do you need? So you can see it from the employee's perspective. So the quantitative data is just half of it. What are the employees saying? Let's get them upstream and their voices upstream. And then the 4th component would be, what's the technology landscape? What does it look like today? And what's coming in the future? And how is that going to impact our employees and their experience?
Thank you so much for the time today, Zakir. It's great that we have people like yourself that are willing to talk about their DEX journey and share their experiences with other customers. We are all in this together. Moving forward, how critical is it to have a really well-articulated, defined DEX strategy and also an outcome roadmap from the outset? You have to constantly demonstrate outcomes and value back to the business. So how important was that for you?
It is very important. Strategy is our number priority, right? We didn't know how our employees are feeling, how their daily look. Everybody has 8 hours. Are they really 8 hours productive, right? We are not kind of questioning this productivity, but what are the things causing slowdown, right? So, number 1 was device, right? So we understood, and first understood the pain point and how can we eliminate, and we got DEX, right? So we built a strategy, and strategy is not for 1 year. We built a strategy for 3 years, right? Year 1, we have said 25% password resets will be automated. Year 2 is 50%. Year 3 is 80%. So we built a 3-year roadmap. We build dashboards. Every customer has their own requirement. Service desk has a different needs. So we build dashboards for them, and we enable them to remotely perform remote action, right? And desk side support, they're dealing with different issues. They're dealing with hardware and battery replacement, right? They want to understand how many batteries they need to have. So everybody submitting a request for battery and they go buy the battery. So it takes time. So we build dashboard. They will be able to see in 3 months how many batteries we need, right? And software installs. Okay, so 1,500 times people are calling service desk, and service desk taking their 1 hour, 2 hour time to install, right? So we automated that. So far, we built, I think, 100 plus software automations, and our plan is to build make all 1,500 per ticket automated in next 2 years. So that is one of the critical journey where we are, where we want to go.
You mentioned at the start there, you were talking about building, sort of understanding the internal organisation, the internal partnerships and sponsors and people like that you needed to roll out that DEX strategy and be successful with it. How do you persuade all of those people that DEX is something they should care about and be invested in and is going to help them do their jobs when it comes down to it?
Principles of DEX stays, or the purpose of DEX stays the same. So what you need to find out is what is it that your stakeholders care about, where DEX is going to help them be successful too. So the purpose of improving our employees' productivity, efficiencies with the tools we're giving them to do their jobs every day, getting them further upstream when we're making decisions about those technology tools, being transparent when those tools are changing, whether it's in or outside of control of the IT department. So that's our purpose. So when you partner with these other other stakeholders you need throughout the organization, say what are some of their key goals and business outcomes they're striving for right now, because that purpose of DEX will plug into any one of them. Are we in the middle of an integration? Are we bringing two companies together? How can DEX help benefit that? Are we moving everybody to work remotely in a pandemic? How can we plug into that and show them how DEX can help achieve those goals? Are we rolling out a new technology that we want the employees to adopt? Do we want to improve engagement? And can DEX help us see that our digital experiences are closely tied to employee engagement? So those are just some examples of having to spend the time to really listen to those stakeholders, do a little bit of explanation of what DEX is, but listen more, and then show them how a digital employee experience strategy and department can partner with them to help achieve the outcomes that are important right now.
How did we help support you in terms of developing or delivering against that DEX strategy at the organizations that you've been working at?
I had lessons learned of bringing our engineering team along the journey of digital experience monitoring. And so we did a proof of concept to show them what it even was. Like, it was a new idea here. So before, it was going to purchase any digital experience monitoring tool or even Nexthink and saying, I've used this before and it works and I'm bringing it here and use it. That I learned my lesson to say. So we involved them all in the journey. And so we did a proof of concept. So really understood the value that a DEM tool could bring to the environment. And then we went to RFP, and everyone who was going to have a big piece or a big part in using or utilizing the technology came along in the RFP and weighed into the decision. And so Nexthink came out on top of that RFP unanimously with all of those I brought along. So, and then re-engaged in helping us again show the ROI here to be able to secure the funding to move forward to final purchase. So really working with the team on going back to what's important to leadership now, and how can Nexthink give you or create like a value generator or ROI generator as you're going up to secure the final funding when we got to the final stages.
How did Nexthink help you in terms of developing, implementing that DEX strategy, and hopefully in the coming 2-3 years as well as we work through that? What support did we provide to help you achieve that? Nexthink
is a great partner. From a sales executive all the level to executive, as chief revenue officer, we have a line of communication. So we have clear communications, regular checkups, and Nexthink has been in our journey since beginning. They conducted POCs. They helped us build the business case. They helped us customer reference calls and building a proof of concept, implementation, building dashboards, reviewing with security, performing remote actions. This is a kind of integral part of our team. And At your CRO level, we have, I think, monthly meetings where we talk about what can we do, right? What can we Toyota do? What can Nexthink do? And as I mentioned, I think at every level we have clear communications. I don't think without Nexthink we would have achieved these results so far. Fantastic team, very respectful people, and genuinely interested to support Toyota. They don't think like we are Nexthink is Toyota. They think that we are Toyota. How can we help? I think, great team you have, great mindset. Thank you so much for awesome support.